Now let's see some of the numeric operation which we can perform in Python. So you can perform like summation, subtraction, division, multiplication, and many more mathematical operations. Let's see some of the example. So let's say I have taken the value of a as 10 and the value of b is taken as 20. If I do a summation of these two variables, it's going to add up both. So it's going to make like 10 plus 20, which is going to be 30 value, right? So it's going to return me like 30 value if I execute it. So you can see the first value is coming as 30. Let's see the second part. If I say a minus b, that means 10 minus 20. It's going to return me what? Minus 10. So you can see that here that's what the reason we are also getting minus 20 here. Right? So you can see this value to be minus 10, sorry. Now, because this is 10 minus 20. Then further to that, we are doing a multiplication. As you can make out, 10 into 20 is 200. We got this output. Now this is a division, which is 10 divided by 20. It's going to make me 0.5. All good. What is this now? Okay, this is double division operator. What is this? This is also called as floor division. Now in this case, it may not be making much sense to you because it is actually just dividing it perfectly. But what does floor division do? It is going to basically what is going to do after the division, it's going to remove all the decimal point. Okay, so that's something which it kind of performs. So you can think of it like this. Let's say if I do here, if I perform here 9, sorry, 9, this 2, it is going to return me in that case 4. So 4 point something is there, right? It's going to ignore it. So it's going to give me the floor value of it. Floor value means that ignore the decimal completely from this part. Now if I, let's say here, what about minus 11 divided by 3? Now in this case you may say 3, right? Because 3 point something is there. But if the value is in negative, it goes towards the more negative side. So in this case the output is going to be minus 4, not minus 3. So it kind of, if it is kind of in the negative part, then it goes towards the more negative side. So that's the reason we are going to make it minus 4. The floor is working like this. So this is the role of this. This is floor division. Then after that, this is the modulo operation. What does this mean? Modulo operation means what's the remainder here. Now in this case, definitely there's not much remainder to talk about, but it's basically the remainder component. That's the reason it's called it as modulo. So we will be calling it as like the remainder part. Now this a double this symbol b is basically means the exponent. Okay, basically like I have written 2 into this. So let's say if I wrote it like this, 2 into this. So it means I'm doing 2 to the power 2, which is 4. Okay, so this is what basically this particular exponents means. So these are some operations which you can perform easily in your Python. Okay, now if I basically go and check few more things which are available, like you could have also evaluated some sort of expression which will follow your BODMAS principle, which you are learning, like it is always the bracket first and then exponents next, right? So in a particular order you can basically define this. Now in a programming side also you can perform some sort of computations. Like this is very similar to if you have gone through other programming language. If not, it's quite simple. Let's say I have taken the value of a as 9. Okay, and now if I put this statement, what does this mean? This means I'm saying a is equal to a plus 1. Okay, which means I'm making the value of a now as 9 plus 1, which is 10. This is what exactly this statement is going to do for you. So if you print the value of a, you will notice that it's going to make it 10. Then after that, I'm using this symbol. As you can make out, it is going to make it a is equal to a minus 1, so which is going to make it again 9. Let's see. So let us execute these statements here. So you can see that first the value became 10 because I have done a is equal to a plus 1, and then the value again became 9 because I have done a is equal to a minus 1. Now, other than that, there are a lot of functions being available which can help you also performing the mathematical computation. For example, you can just import this math package because that will be required to call all those mathematical functions. Let's say you have a value of x. Now you want to calculate the log of this value. Okay, log of this value. You can just say math.log and give the value 2. it is going to basically return you the log of this value 2. So let's see this output. So you can see it is returning me 0.693. Similarly, I could have also said mat.sin, mat.cos, right? So I could have even done these sort of statements, sin, cos, and there are multiple more, log. So we have already seen log. So there are so many things available here which we can perform. Okay. Now, so this is about your how you can perform some numeric operations in Python.